Welcome to Professional Communication Strategies, Unit 1, Verbal Communication. The importance of linguistic diversity. By now you've read Amy Tan's Mother Tongue, so you saw how Tan's mother was treated because of her perceived broken English. However, we have the right to our own language, but discrimination based on language differences is something that people face on a daily basis in the workplace. Linguistic diversity includes and values language variations associated with race, ethnicity, gender, sexuality, disability, age, education, region, and so on. It's important to acknowledge that non-standard English is the most common version of English spoken. Non-standard English does not diminish the speaker's level or quality of thought, or validity of what the speaker is saying. Some of the key concepts in this video are formal and informal language, standard and vernacular English, dialect versus style, discourse markers, and occasions for workplace discourse. Linguistic formality. The level of linguistic formality that we use depends on the occasion and audience. In our daily lives, we frequently shift between formal and informal language with different audiences. For instance, you probably use informal language speaking with your close colleagues in the office, but formal language when giving a presentation. This is called style switching. For instance, we had a major work session yesterday versus yesterday's work session was very productive. Notice the difference? Standard and vernacular English. There are many Englishes. Standard English is the variety of English that is used by most news and media outlets, academic institutions, and agencies. Vernacular is any variety of English that is not standard English. These varieties have their own grammatical rules and acceptable use. This includes African American vernacular, blends of Spanish and English, Amy Tan's mother's English, and even jargon. Switching between varieties of English, or between languages, English to Spanish, is called code switching. Style versus code switching. These two practices are very different. You can be speaking in a formal language setting, use vernacular, and be understood. But you could be in an informal language setting and use standard English and be understood. Style switching is similar to changing clothes, hair, etc. fit occasions. Code switching involves speaking one language with a particular set of rules and being able to speak another language with a particular set of rules. So people who speak African American vernacular English or Ebonics, as well as standard English, are considered bilingual. Amy Tan's mother was multilingual. Dialect versus style. Dialect is a verbal quality or characteristic, like pronunciation and vocabulary, of a speaker or group of speakers based on region, area, or community. For example, in some regions, people historically and currently use the word ain't as an effective way to negate some verb tenses. Style is the practical way in which we use language to make meaning to an audience. For example, I might use the word ain't as a way to surprise or hook my audience during a speech. Ain't is also perceived as an informal word because of cultural change over time. Discourse markers. Discourse generally refers to verbal and written communication, conversation, or discussion. In the workplace, discourse often focuses on the business, mission, goals, or projects of the people who make up that discourse community. Discourse markers are words, transitions, or phrases that we use to break our speech or sentences up into segments. Sometimes, rather than using words, we can segment our speech using utterances like or like. On the other hand, likewise, however. There are so many occasions for verbal communication in the workplace, from daily office conversation to participating in meetings, presenting information, informal talks, elevator pitches, and job interviews, performance reviews, voicemail, and phone calls. All of these occasions give us an opportunity to practice our verbal communication skills and strategies. Regardless of what formal or informal language you're using, remember you have the right to your own language in the workplace.